you know, when I was when this outbreak when the lockdown first started, I went to Asda, right, and there was this man, and he was like shopping like in a milk aisle, right, with his wife, and this other lady, she was Asian, right, but it's important that I mention that she's Asian for the story. She was like, you know, going to grab some milk, and to be honest, I didn't see all the situation because I had just turned the corner. But from what I could tell, she was innocently grabbing. She wasn't like rubbing up on my man, bruv. Like she was just grabbing some milk from nearby. Bruv, he turned around. He was like, "Do you mind? Do you not know what 2 meters apart means?" And like, bro, just going in, bro. Like,
Yeah.
are you? And then he started. But then he started saying like, "Are you? Are you?" He got me real. Like, he was like, "Are you?" Something like, "Are you thick?" Or like, "Are you?" Something like that. Like,
Yeah.
and then he was like, you like irresponsible cow, and like it's just like worse and worse. And bro, you know, in those situations, I like to think that I am the man who would see injustice and go, "Excuse me, mate." Like I understand, you know, it's all a bit of a temperamental time right now, but she was just grabbing some milk, and you don't have to start calling her names. Just like keep it moving, and you know, everything will be fine. In actual fact, I froze, and I just watched, and I was like right there, it was like him, her, and me, and I was like,
what did you do? Nothing.
I just froze. I was like, I'm so shocked. Like you got really far, and he was with his missus, and I thought his missus would be like, you know, if I did that in public, my missus would be like, "Faisal, come on, don't be so stupid." Like, you know what I mean? So anyway, it gets funny because the reason I mentioned she's Asian is because then what happened is, I'm then like by the eggs or whatever, like getting on my shop, and I hear this woman screaming down Asda, "Racist man in Asda! Racist man in Asda!" Yeah, she held her own, bro.
Yeah.
And like, so she started going back at him. She was like, "Excuse me," she goes, "That's very." He said something like, "Oh, you stupid cow," and she goes, "That's very mean."
Well, she said that.
Yeah.
Oh, bless her, man.
She goes, "Excuse me, that, huh?"
No one wants to be called a cow.
No, bro, that's I wish, and in hindsight, I wish I said something.
You should have got involved then. And said,
because you know what, bro? She was a woman by herself, and he was a guy with his like wife, and so I think she deserved a bit of backing from a man. And Big Face should have backed. No, like in a sense that like if a guy is like having a go at a woman, I think another guy, it's like chivalry, like to be like, "Excuse me, bro."
But you were there, but you didn't say anything. So
I froze, bro. I froze.
I'm not saying froze like it's an excuse. Froze just means that I didn't have a voice. Froze just means
that's what happened. Like he said it, and I was like,
"Yeah, that's good. Probably a good thing, man. You never know. It could have escalated to another story if someone else got involved." And unfortunately, I've seen quite a lot of videos along the same lines as that about the reactions of people queuing up and getting close to each other. I've seen some disgusting videos, to be fair, bro. I think, you know, this whole thing has changed the way that we will treat people out in public for a very, very long time. I don't mean me, but I was walking down the road the other day, again, a country road, with my son in front of me, walking ahead, and another woman came up and she saw my son, froze and jumped into like the grass. And it was like,
no
I wanted to laugh and say, "Are you serious?" And it was because of this whole thing and obviously the distancing stuff. But I'm talking about my little son walking down it's cool. Obviously, I don't know what she's thinking. She might be thinking, "Oh, these lot might not want me near the children and social distancing." But I've seen quite a few kind of people reacting kind of crazy and jumping out the way and kind of it's crazy. I think we're going to see a lot more of this, man, just when we go back.
Yeah, I it's sad, bro, because in many ways, as a society, what's happened is we've become more like selfless and like loving and like grateful to the healthcare system, and I think it's so beautiful in so many ways. But in other ways, we've become like really like. Yeah, like what you're saying, like, and I understand, bro. There's no joking or belittling the fact that, like, we do have to protect ourselves. We do have to keep social distancing, and we do have to be cautious, especially right now when there's an extremely contagious virus. Right?
I agree.
At the same time, bro, we should keep our manners.
I agree, and I agree with that, bro. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't, and I agree. But I've personally experienced a lot of just strange times when you're walking past people and how they react to you as if like. I don't know. It's just crazy. I get it and I understand it, but how I'm going to be with people, I'm definitely going to respect social distancing and all that kind of stuff. Absolutely. But just how I've seen people react just kind of close to me, it makes me think, wow, when we all do go back, certain people will just not be able to be the same. I think certain people won't want to go back in, for example, like my shop. I think there'll be a certain mindset that won't want to enter a barber shop to get a haircut, because they'll just associate that with, this thing is so real and so prevalent still, and there's all talks about it coming back and stuff. I just think it's going to really scar people, and how people act socially. I think it's going to have a real detrimental effect on society, man.
Yeah, we don't want people to become recluse, bro, because I feel like as humans, we're sociable beings, aren't we?
Some people are very, very scared, man, and I get it. Like, especially elder people and people more vulnerable. It's definitely something not to take lightly. But what I'm saying is, I think it's just sad, the reactions I've had already, and just what it's going to be like potentially when we go back. I don't think we're going to go back to the same, obviously, the life that we had and how people were, and I get that. But I was thinking, yeah, it's just sad, just all the little weird experiences I've had already, and just like, it's not really how we should be with each other, like jumping out the way and not looking, and even people moving out the way but not even looking in the eye and smiling, and just like, we're not each other's enemy. Like, we're in this together. Like, we all technically could be at risk of this, yeah. I just think it's a bit crazy, man. I think it's a bit crazy.
Yeah, sometimes it can feel a bit cold.
Yeah, very cold.